February 2nd, 2024. So I didn't want to record right now, but I am, just to document one aspect of my life, which is, so I went to work this morning. First of all, I didn't wake up early and do any kind of workout for phase 2. So I still have to do both workouts. It's 4:06 p.m. But I went to work, FedEx, came home, and I've been home since about 2 o'clock, and I haven't done a single thing since I've been home. I ate a little bit, not too much, and then I came in my room, and I've been pretty much laying on my bed ever since. And I haven't been doing anything on my phone either. I've just been laying down, and I think I took a nap, maybe 20-minute nap, maybe just exhausted. It's very cold and wet outside right now. I was the first one back. I ran extremely hard today, and so it's a great feeling knowing that I'm busting my balls and I'm the first one back. Maybe it's an arrogance thing, I don't know, but I was having a very mentally rough day. Mentally I just wasn't there. I wanted to quit everything. I was thinking of, how could I withdraw from everything, and what would life be like if I failed and didn't do this stuff, and it's just a heavy weight, and I kept thinking back to easier, simpler times, which would be, man, I wish I could just get off work, take a warm shower and kind of just watch movies and play games all day and just hang out and not have to do anything. And there's a lot of truth to that, dude. I do miss that, being able to just do that. There's a lot of fun times, I guess, in that for me, because I'm naturally an introvert. I like doing shit by myself, not having to worry about or entertain other people. So if I can work all day, come home, hang out, do my thing, play a game I really like, or just hang the fuck out and not have to worry about getting anything done or whatever. And it's funny because I have those thoughts and I think, yeah, but that's your life. That's going to be it. That's going to be for the rest of your life. That's what it's going to be. You're going to go to work and you're going to come home and you're going to hang out. Your limitations are going to be based on your job. You can't just get some kind of job where you make $1 million a month, right? Some kind of 9 to 5. That doesn't exist. You can't get even half that, $500,000 a month, even $100,000 a month. You're not getting that. I'm sure there's jobs out there where you could, but a 9 to 5, no. And so, I just have those thoughts, just the downward spiral. And then what's been eating at me a lot, actually, is, am I going to find a wife, dude? Am I going to find a girl that wants to put up with all this bullshit I got going on, And as far as having a partner, man, I don't have the craziest standard for a partner. I just want them to want kids and to support me. Whatever else they do, that's cool, And so, I don't know. So I downward spiral with that a lot. Am I going to be alone? I don't really think that, but, in the short term, I think, damn, dude, I ain't doing anything to find a girl. I'm not doing anything to find a wife. I'm not going anywhere where, And so as a result, those thoughts eat at me. And anyway, so it was mentally a very rough day, but physically kicked ass on a broken foot. My foot's still hurting like hell. And I got 130 stops done by 1 o'clock, which is very speedy. Again, if you know anything about FedEx, it's about 4 hours worth of work, because you leave about 8:30, hit first stop by 9 a.m. Well, that's how it's always been for me, at least. So 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., dude, that's 4 hours. So take $185, divide it by 4. That's my hourly rate today. So it's really cool. But anyway, I get home from work, didn't do shit, took a little nap, felt great to just hang out, which is what I'm talking about. Feel a little bit rejuvenated. And I also slept, I think, very well last night. And I actually want to go buy a sleep tracker, like an Oura Ring or something to track my sleep, because I really want to start taking that more serious. Your health is wealth, man, and sleep is so critical. I remember thinking when I was younger, maybe 19 years old, 20, 21, I don't know, how stupid sleep is. I rationalized whatever, that if you live to be 100 years old and you sleep 8 hours a day, That's a third of your life. 33.33 years of your life spent just laying in bed with your eyes closed. But if you only sleep 6 hours a night, that's only a quarter of your life. 25 years of your life sleeping. So the difference between those 2 hours per night is 8 hours, or what? 8 years. 8 full-blown ass years. And if you want to cut that to 7 hours, that would be, I think, just 4 years less. So if you go from 8 hours to 7 hours, that's 4 years longer of life that you would have if you only slept 7 hours per night. And that was kind of my belief with sleep. I was always, that was my argument. But now, with all the shit that I got going on now, and it's not even physical or anything, it's just the mental, trying to figure things out, trying to build a business with no money, trying to get out of debt, trying to work 2 jobs, maintain a meal plan, drink a gallon of water, read a book, all this small shit, right? It's just exhausting, and I don't want to feel tired. I do not want to feel tired. I do not want to feel the inability to focus. I don't want any of that shit. And so if that means I have to sleep 8 hours, then I will do that. And it's funny how quickly that can shift once you start getting shit going on in life, you know? And so, anyway, I want to get something to track my sleep so I can figure out how I can improve, what I can do better, and just make sleep the ultimate priority for me. Because if I can rest and recover and then perform that day to the best of my ability because I'm focused and alert and I'm mentally clear and all that shit, I think it's worth it. So, anyway, slept pretty well, but here we are laying on my bed, and I have laundry to do. I'm just kind of sitting around it, and so on my way home, the goal was to just go to the gym, come home, change up my clothes, go to the gym, and I was hyped about that. And then I get home, I start putting my stuff away, I lay down, start tracking my food intake for the day, and I was like, hey, I'm going to stretch a little bit. So I stretched maybe 5 minutes. And then it just hit me, and then I was like, damn, dude, I'm tired. I'm going to lay down. I'm actually going to say I'm going to take a nap. And I did. I took a nap, and I feel better now, which is great. But so the point of why I'm recording now is to document this and to share what's going on in my brain, right? Because 10 years down the road, it's going to be interesting to hear this, I think. If it's not, then don't listen to this. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm sitting here, and I'm thinking, okay, I got to do 2 workouts. They have to be 30 minutes or 3 hours apart. So if I leave my house now, get to the gym, do a workout, say it's an hour and a half away from right now, puts us at 5:45. So I can't start my outdoor workout until 8:45, and that puts me at coming home around 9:30. So what time do I want to go to bed? Okay, I want to go to bed before 10. So pretty much when I get back from my outdoor workout, my day's done. Maybe clean up a little bit, get my clothes laid out, maybe take a progress photo, whatever else I need to do. So between the 5:45 and 8:45, what tasks can I get done that are going to move me forward? And ever since I failed year 95, I haven't been doing the critical tasks, the power list. And I think I need to get back on that by writing them down, putting them in my room, or something like that where I can see them. So I'm thinking, okay, I can read right now, or something right now, when I'm recording the show. So I can read, I can maybe look into different apartments to move into in a few months. I can look at, there's just things that are coming up that I need to focus on. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn, so I need to take an ice bath, I need to read, I need to work out twice. So got to eat a lot of food here, about 1,500 more calories, and pretty much capped out on fat. So it's going to be pretty lean, which is going to be difficult. And then got to upload the show, all that stuff. So that's what I'm thinking. And I'm being productive. I'm recording a show, but and then I'm thinking, man, I'm not doing shit. I'm sleeping. What the fuck am I doing? And then I go down that downward spiral. Like I just worked, I came home, not doing anything. What am I doing? Am I disciplined? What am I doing? And then I remind myself, how far that I've come in the last 5 months or 6 months now. Because my new baseline is working 2 jobs. So back then it was work a job, come home, and hang the fuck out. What I introduced in the beginning of the show. That's all I did. Now, I work 2 jobs. I work out twice a day when I'm on the program, only once if I'm not. So I'm working out again, so it's a win itself. Drinking a gallon of water. I'm furthering my personal development by reading, taking a progress photo, a gallon of water, following a diet. Diet is super important. I'm getting at least 225 grams of protein per day, which lately has been about 240, just with how things end up. And I'm doing a podcast every day. And I'm slowly building a business, just doing the little bit that I can every day. And all the extra money that I make, worth working the 2 jobs, is going to bills to get out of debt as soon as possible to free up the monthly income to then push the business even further by bootstrapping it. And that's the new baseline. So now when I say I ain't doing shit, every single thing that I just said is getting done. But I'm not doing anything more. And so I feel lazy because I'm not doing the extra. And that's how I am now. I wasn't that way 6 months ago. That was after I completed 75 hard, then phase 1 pretty much twice, and then phase 2 now. And that's the new baseline. And so I feel very lazy, but then I remind myself, hey dude, you're actually kind of doing a lot right now. Not a lot. You're actually doing, I don't want to say a lot. I don't feel like I'm doing a lot, but just I don't know how else to phrase it. But hey dude, you're doing a lot right now. You got all this shit going on. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's okay. And that's me talking to myself in my head as I'm driving down the road in my big crankety ass white FedEx truck, all day today. Because I was beating myself up all morning long. And it was also the first shift in a while where I didn't have an energy drink. So, because that's part of my phase 2 diet, no energy drinks. So it was good. I don't know. We'll see with all this, the lower amounts of caffeine in my diet. We'll see how I perform on a day-to-day basis. I'm still going to be taking my pre-workout, which has 200 milligrams. And so, yeah. But anyway, that's kind of what's been going on. It's tough sometimes. I beat myself up and have those downward spirals often where I think, man, dude, I'm never going to make it. But then I really get those reassuring thoughts of, man, just focus on one thing at a time. Just focus on doing one thing right. Just focus on, I have the thought of when I get my pre-workout product out there, it's, am I going to be doing something wrong? Can I learn from somebody? Has somebody already done this and I can learn from them? I want to learn. I don't want to make the same mistakes and make mistakes over and over and over again and not make any progress. I don't want to waste my time and money, But then the other thought is, dude, baby steps, man. If it takes me a full year to sell 288 units of product, because that's how much I can buy for the minimum order, I might just buy 300 to have a nice number, but because it's cheaper than the minimum order quantities of other manufacturers. But anyway, what was I saying? So even if it takes me a full year to sell those products, that gives me a little bit of a profit, and it gives me 12 months of that, about $1,200 profit per month from my job. And, obviously in that year I'll have a couple of raises and things happen and whatever else. And so worst case scenario, I make 20 grand in my first, not from the business, but all total, right? So if I have $1,200 a month and then I make, I don't know, $5 grand in my first year. I don't know. Worst case scenario, I profit 20 grand. Worst case scenario, And so, what's the math on that? So if I have 365 days divided by, so if I sell, let's see, that would be 5 products every 6 days. Pretty much about 6 products a week, which is so low. If I do that for 1 year, I make 20 grand. And that's a bad thing, So it's a great reminder to myself to keep going, because the worst case scenario, right? There's no way I'm not going to sell that in the first year, because I'm determined to make this happen. I have a lot of great ideas, a lot of things that I'm sure might work, and I'm sure probably won't, but I'd like to try. And also the worst case scenario from all that, let's just say even worse. Let's say I don't sell one product. Let's say no one buys anything. And let's say everything at work stays the same, so I still profit per month, $1,200, whatever. Shit, let's say something happened. I don't know, it's only $500. So $6,000 extra per year. Worst case scenario, I lose $8,000 or whatever from the supplement company, and then I profit $6,000 for the year from my business or whatever. And so I bought the product up front, so I'm not in debt. So worst case scenario, I learned so many lessons and progressed in business, in my business mentality game, learning the ins and outs of how to sell, marketing, ads, branding, how to target people. I don't know. It just seems like affordable tuition to me. That's 3 semesters, right? So $8,000 for 3 semesters. Well, technically, if you want to be technical here, 6 minus 8. So it's about 800 grams. 800 grams, dude. Do I sell supplements or what? $800 roughly for a semester if you have 3 semesters a year. Hopefully that train of thought, you kept up with that train of thought. But if not, then oh well. But that's the worst case scenario. Just paying for education, paying for real life. Just paying for real shit, real lessons, real value. And I think it's the worst it could get. And so with that frame of mind, why wouldn't I try? Why wouldn't I bust my balls to make this happen? Because that's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario, holy fuck, that's the worst case scenario. Think about the best case scenario. Best case scenario, I sell that all out in 5 months or something like that. And then another 2 months, I get more product. And then maybe by the end of the year, I'm able to make a second product. And maybe by that time, I'm doing 10 sales a day, making all that extra money that can go right back into the business where I can make a third product, fuck, man. Let's say 3 years down the road, the business is bringing in $100,000 a year, we'll just say. That's pretty damn cool, dude. I don't know. It's just what I'm thinking. So I'm sitting here in my bed, got to do laundry, and now I'm kind of in a better mood because I talked about that out loud and was able to share that. And this episode was definitely not 3 minutes long, and I have no idea how I'm going to keep it below that. But man, how am I going to keep this below 3 minutes? No way. Well, good luck catching up, huh?